And of course, religious science says, "Oh, come let us adore him, Christ within." Christmas is a mystical time because we're not just celebrating an event that took place over 2,000 years ago. We're not just celebrating the birth of the Prince of Peace. Tonight, we have an opportunity to have that event take place again, right now, within the manger of our own hearts. The whole month of December, our theme has been, "We are the gift." And tonight, my prayer is that we can finally recognize that we are truly the gift of God's light on earth at a time when it is so desperately needed. Here is what we celebrate. That is what we celebrate tonight. I think that light is the perfect symbol for the birth of the Christ consciousness within our individual hearts and minds. Because as you know, in Renaissance paintings, the manger holding the baby Jesus is sometimes represented with a bright light mysteriously emanating from the straw. And later, when he was an adult, the light is often shown around his head. In the traditional Christmas story, there is the light that shined when the angels sang to the shepherds, announcing the birth of the Christ consciousness to the people of goodwill. And there was the light of the mysterious star that the wise men followed to the place where Jesus lay. So light is a powerful symbol for the dawning of peace and truth in our individual heart and mind. It is the holy birth of a new consciousness of wholeness, forgiveness, oneness, peace, and power. But this light does not come from a manger or from the sky or from any source outside of ourselves. This light, this Christ light, shines from within us. It cannot be suppressed. It lightens the dark places of our minds and our hearts. It shines all around us, reflecting the radiance on all who come into our presence and illuminating our path and the path of those who need our light. On a dark night, the light of one single candle can be seen from a distance of 12 miles. The lighted candle then is a clear and radiant symbol of our own spiritual light. Because it is the Christ light shining within us, we can never, ever say that our own light is too small or that we are not enough or it is too insignificant to help pierce the darkness. No, we can never say that because within the radius of our light, there may be someone who will turn to it as the only ray of hope that he or she has seen for a long time. Our individual lights, in combination with others, can and must bring illumination to our world. In this church, every Sunday, we light the Christ candle. This Christ light is the marriage of heaven and earth, the masculine and the feminine, the dark and the light, the spirit and the body, the child and the adult, of all seeming opposites. It is radically equal. This light includes all creation with no borders. You are the light of the world. has lit our Christ candle, because we have gathered here on this holy evening to enter into the birthing and celebrating the birthing of this Christ light, this miracle within our hearts through the symbolic lighting of the Christ candle. And as this candle is shining, I invite you just to look at the flames and take this moment of sacred and joyous dedication to light the candle of love and peace and joy within your own heart. It symbolizes the universal Christ principle of very real presence, a very real truth in the heart of everyone, because the Christ flame burns eternally. It warms and heals and uplifts wherever its rays are permitted to glow. And this light is already a spark in you, and in all of humanity. As a candle flame burns, we recognize that we become the manifestation of the living Christ light, and we let it shine. We let it shine. Take a moment and feel your heart and the flame in your heart growing stronger. Tonight, we commemorate the birth of the Christ into humanity. And we realize that we are all part of this very familiar story, because it is the story of our own consciousness, not something that happened in Bethlehem to strangers, but it's the birth of our own consciousness. So symbolically tonight, we're going to follow that star that shone so brightly over 2,000 years ago, heralding the shepherds, wise men, and all the people to come to this significant event, the birth of light, the birth of love, the birth of oneness. Because this is what I know and this is what I believe. If the Christ is not born in us right now, it really does not matter that this baby was born over 1,000 times in Bethlehem. It doesn't matter unless the Christ is born in us. The Christ is waiting to transform our world from everything that is unlike God, to a world of radiance and joy and beauty and peace and freedom. And it wants to transform the world through you and through me. And so we are here tonight to follow the star, to follow the light, the stars of intuitive knowing that the Christ dwells in every being. And so we willingly tonight lay aside our little selves to be led by the light of that very first Christmas. Do you think Mary knew when she was birthing the light that it would change the world forever?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy had come to make you new, and that this child that you delivered would soon deliver you? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to the blind man? Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy had walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Oh, Mary, the blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again, the lame will leap, the mute will speak the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nations? Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb, and that the sleeping child you're holding is the great I
Yes, I think Mary did know, just as you now know, that you are giving birth to that which can change the world in an instant, which can change the world to peace and love and oneness and wholeness simply by allowing your light to shine. Mary could not claim ignorance, nor can you, for you are the light of the world. Tonight we are going to light 7 candles representing different qualities of God. We know that God is everything. So when we try to put human attributes to God, sometimes they sound silly, like peace and love and light and beauty and joy and all of those things. But this is our human way of trying to bring the quality of life, of God, of its expression into our own hearts. And so we name these qualities, all the while knowing that there are no human words to express this, which is the unexpressible. But we light these candles. And when each of these qualities are activated as the candle is lit, if you allow them to become activated in your life, your heart and your very beingness will be opened. And you will live as God intended, whole, abundant, and complete. So join us now as we honor and embrace these 7 sacred qualities of God.
I'm Lisa Compton, and I've asked J.J. Bullock to join me in lighting the candle of life. The shepherds wanted to experience the wonderful thing that was told to him. Not satisfied with simply hearing about the birth of Christ, they wanted to do something about it, to make it part of their very own selves. So let's go to Bethlehem, a place of spiritual awakening. Let us go to the manger so that we too may take the birth of the Christ, a personal experience. Let our hearts become a manger, a place of peace, love, and acceptance, as we look within and see the Christ as a living, active presence in our own lives. We become willing to give permission for the life within to take full possession of mind and heart. From the ever-glowing Christ candle, we light the candle of life.
My name is Beth Ambrose, and I have asked my wife, Barbara Valera, to join me in lighting the candle of love. The star shone brightly in the east and went before the wise men until it came and stood over the place where the child was. They followed the star, representing the intuition, and it guided them to Bethlehem, meaning place of bread, and bread meaning spiritual sustenance. Then they rejoiced as they saw the child. With faith in divine guidance, we also follow our star of intuition to the inner sanctuary of the soul to behold the newborn child. We follow our hearts, led by the light. We sense and feel the surging of the power of love. All of the old is forgotten, and anything unlike the Christ bows down to its presence. We feel the urge to express the Christ self more fully. In the consciousness of the Christ divine love fills our minds and hearts as we light the candle of love.
The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
And they departed into their own country another way, just as the wise men departed in a new direction, protected by the light of spirit. So also when we leave the manger of our heart, holding the realization of oneness which has been birthed, we will never go back to the old way of thinking. Whenever we return to the outer world business of our lives, we will find that the Christ light within us gives us a new viewpoint, and we are led into the paths of peace and ways of plenty. The light walks with us, living in our minds and hearts, and we learn that God is mightier than any situation or circumstance. Our way is lighted with new understanding. The truth of light illuminates our mind and our hearts, and we are one with God, as Cindy Boyce will now help me light the candle of light.
let there be light. I am Deborah Whitman, and I have asked Harold Whitman to join me in lighting the candle for peace. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace, goodwill toward men. As we keep our minds on the spirit within, we give God a chance to bring love where there was hate, joy where there was sorrow, peace where there was chaos. Conflicts grow only in warlike minds. Peace grows only in Christ-like minds. Where there is peace, there is no antagonism to any other part of the whole. All is calm. And the silence of our own souls worships the indwelling presence. The Christ is revealed to us through our consciousness of oneness with God. The Christmas star is the star of peace. Let each of us feel the peace of God, the peace that passeth all understanding. Let this peace enfold and bless us and our world as we light the candle of peace.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ within us is born. Christ within us is born. Silent night, holy night, child of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from his holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Love within us is born. Love within us is born.
I'm Donna Sheedy, and I have asked Margie Strong to join me in lighting the candle of power. The government shall be upon his shoulders, and of the increase of his government there shall be no end. There shall be no opposing force to spirit. It is all, in all, as all, and through all. We recognize spirit in all places, even where it appears to be absent. We experience the increase of spirit's government of our lives as we feel this transforming power within us. A new power is born in us. We each know that through the Christ within, we can do and be all things. Besides God, there is none other. In calm assurance and quiet confidence, we give ourselves and our world into the hands of God and know all is well as we light the candle of power.
I am Joanne Zimmerman, and I have asked Cindy Friend to join me in lighting the candle of beauty. We shall call his name Emmanuel, God with us. There is only oneness, perfect balance, and beauty. In the radiance of the Christ consciousness, of the indwelling presence of life, love, peace, and power, we walk the earth as children of God, living in perfect balance with the invisible world of potentiality and the visible world of actuality. Beauty fills us as we live in the world, but not of it. In our oneness with God, we are at home in the kingdom of heaven on earth, and his beauty fills our minds, our hearts, and our experiences as we light the candle of beauty.
Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy. Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? Do you know what I know? In your palace warm, mighty king, do you know what I know? Do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring
am Jo Hughes, and I have asked Judy Rhodes to join me in lighting the candle of joy. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Christ is reborn in us because of our awareness of it. The Christ has always been there, waiting to be recognized. The light of truth has permeated the mind so that God may work through us to lift us again to our perfection of wholeness as the children of God. We experience the healing energy of pure joy as we proclaim joy to the mind, joy to the heart, joy to the body, joy to the world of our affairs, joy to the world of our relationships. The Christ, the consciousness of God, reigns now in and through us as we light the candle of joy.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Love rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of God's righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of God's love, and wonders of God's love. Joy to us all, God's power is given to live in rich supply. We all are free to have the good we see, to live in wholeness now, to live in wholeness now, to live as one with love.
So, what is this vision of this divine light that's contained in your heart? What quality of spirit that has been expressed here tonight are you willing to accept for yourself? Right now, we want to invite you, those of you who are in the congregation, to come up and to light one of the many smaller candles that are down in the front. There's going to be some music going on when you do this. But I want to invite you to come up here, and you can come up 3 or 4 at a time. I want you to light the candle for yourself, remembering that all of the candles were lit from the Christ candle, so each of those candles contain all of the qualities. Perhaps you're saying the quality of beauty is what I want to see in myself and what I want to see in the world. Doesn't matter which candle you light from. But I ask you this: are you willing to lend your light to the world? The world needs your consciousness. It needs your vision, your light. What waits to be given to our world through you now as you hold the light for the world? As each one of us ignites the light of faith and vision for ourselves, we send this light out into the darkest places around our world. No matter what the darkness is, this I know: the darkness cannot withstand the light. So as you are listening and taking deep breaths of the consciousness of God, as you at home are listening to the beautiful music, I want you to symbolically light a candle for the world as well. So won't you come up? Won't you come up and light a candle?
traveled many moonless nights, cold and weary, with a babe inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come and chosen me now to carry your Son. I am waiting in a silent prayer. I am frightened by the load I bear in a world as cold as stone. Must I walk this path alone? Be with me now. Be with me now. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven. Breath of heaven, lighten my darkness. Pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven. Do you wonder as you watch my face if a wiser one should have had my place? But I offer all I am for the mercy of your plan. Help me be strong. Help me be. Help me. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven. Breath of heaven, lighten my darkness. Pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven.
I will light the candles this Christmas by Dr. Howard Thurman. Candles of joy despite all sadness. Candles of hope where despair keeps watch. Candles of courage for fears ever present. Candles of peace for tempest-tossed days. Candles of grace for easy, heavy burdens. Candles of love to inspire all my living. Candles that will burn all year long.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? But the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
And so take a moment and take a breath in. You lit a candle for yourself and for the world. I want you to just take in your mind's eye right now, close your eyes with me, and whatever quality of spirit that you imbued, send it out to the world. From the very beginning of time, there was a promise and a hope that there would be one who would come, who would show the way. One who would be a light in the darkness, who would be one inseparable from the Creator, and by their very being would express the truth of human existence. It had been prophesied from times of old that there would be a child born who would rightfully inherit the Father's kingdom. A King of kings, a Lord of all, who by their very nature would bring peace and balance, harmony, serenity, and tranquility to this world and to all they encountered. The world yearned for this child's coming. The world yearned for the birth of a child, the fulfilled promise. All the earth and the heavens yearned for the coming of this child. Wise men foretold it and saw it. And indeed, it was to come to pass that a child would be born. A holy child. A child filled with knowing, a child filled with love and understanding, one worthy to inherit their Father's kingdom on this earth. One whom by their very nature would bring peace, one whom by their very being would bring love, and by their very essence would bring understanding of who they truly are and where they truly dwell. The world, and indeed the heavens, yearned for the birth of this child, the Christ child. For the universe would not be complete, nor would the world ever be the same again. And so it came to pass, in the perfection and fulfillment of time, that this child was brought forth unto the world. The child was announced by the angels of heaven that fulfilled promises had come, that God had become humanity. A new star appeared in the heavens. For a great soul, a master, had been born unto this world. And then, in the innocence and the wonderment of the new of time, and the wonderment of this new experience, you took your very first breath, and you were born to the light. In lighting the candles of love and peace, power, beauty, light, life, and joy, we have prepared our hearts to receive the gift of God's light. And now the time has come for us to light our own candles. Under your seat, you will find a small candle. These tiny little candles symbolize the light of the Christ consciousness, shining so brightly in silent, sacred inner space. It is the light that blesses as it shines in the darkness and is not overcome. This tiny candle represents the divine light of the Christ consciousness that we have gratefully received, and now we gratefully give it to our neighbors in a moment. To honor and symbolize the spiritual awakening that comes with our experience here this evening, we're going to share our light. One candle can be seen for 12 miles. Imagine what all of your lights can do. Practitioners have lit their candles from the Christ candle, and now they will move and begin to light your candle, receive the light, and share it with your neighbor.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear child's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine.
As you hold your candle now, look deeply into the flame. Look in the light. Open your hearts to the light and the love of God expressing through you. The real miracle of Christmas is not the birth of a little baby. The real miracle of Christmas is the birth of faith and love and hope and belief in you. We feel it in the silence of our prayers. We sense it in the magic of the love of our family and our friends. We see it in the miracle of a life made new through the recognition of the eternal truth that God is within us, never leaves us or forsakes us. So let us rejoice this Christmas as we allow the magic and the miracles of this holy season to take form in us. And as we depart from this sacred place and journey to our homes in safety, we know that the Lord of life, love, power, peace, beauty, joy, and light blesses us and keeps us, makes the divine light of its presence to shine upon us, and is gracious to us, shines its holy countenance to us this Christmastide, and gives it peace. And so it shall be forevermore. And so let the words ring out like bells as we affirm together, and so it is, and so it is. We wish you the merriest of Christmases. We bless you. Let's hold our light up for the world.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. Yeah. Until we get some, we won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some right here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you. And so it is. Merry Christmas.